Oh, this is a proper job up here. Look at this. Oh, This is nice. It's like space age, this. It's cold. Look. So we have, here's the milk lines, etc. And they go across this here. And this is also where the feed augers are gonna run. There's back of house, AI stalls, and a crush here in this area here, this dead area. I just said, how do I get down off the ladder? I got to the ladder and went, how do I get down? So I'm going to have a demonstration.
Very simple.
Oh, Sarita, you're stuck. How have you managed this? Look at you, you've been stuck. Come on, let's be up there. Oh, girl. They don't have any brains, Nelly Gray. So I'm just turning out all of the animals that I've been keeping in during the bad weather, and this could go incredibly wrong because moving sheep and lambs is just murderous in any case, and they've all got a taste of goodness. Okay.
Then he takes me in his arms, and there's lipstick on his collar, and I pull the alarm.
I can firmly tell you that my list has gone to SH1T. Oh, you're going to get got by that sheep. I might be able to salvage it from the video that I just took. Highly doubtful, but we'll just not talk about it. Let's just not talk about it. Look at this. I just walk in casually to get my sheep feed, and look who's on the desk. It's funny, we're really busy, and you kind of think like the world stops when you're busy, and it doesn't. So Hogs have just rang and said they've got some waste to tip. So Roy just needs to get the bucket on the Merlot, scoop all this over. I'm presuming they're pellet forks. I was thinking rats were in there, but I can't see it. Or rabbits, maybe. There's no rabbits in there. Well, if they are, they're buried. But yeah, Roy needs to do that. And then we need to, Hogs will come and tip. Because we still have a lot of building up to do around the edges. Robots are in. It's dead embarrassing talking in front of people. I've not got over this. You'd think I would have, but I haven't still. So the lambs are out, and it's literally started raining. Like, honest to God, this weather's relentless. People are really struggling, and not everyone's had the space to keep them in like I have. So, I've left the gate in a bad place. Sorry, today's video is going to be really rubbish because actually we're really busy and I just don't have time. So I have just emptied this building of Shepherd's. Next door is still to do, but I had to go and get some, I ran out of castration rings, so I went to Cars to get some of those. Got loads of other random stuff. Cammy's Fed by Farmer stuff was on the counter in Cars. I'll send you the video that I sent him just for crack. But yeah, if you wanted any of the merch, like the Fed merch that I was wearing, it's now on the counter in Cars. You don't even need to go on the internet. You can get it when you go and buy your feed. So I have got a couple of bags of disinfectant powder. I have also got, I've got some ORF buckets as well. We got ORF, I don't understand it. Someone else might be able to tell me. So the first year we got sheep, we got a couple of them with ORF. And then all of a sudden it ravaged all the way through them. So we went to the vet, absolutely panicking, because it looks worse than it is, doesn't it? It looks absolutely horrendous. Went to the vet and they gave us some scratch stuff, like a vaccine or whatever it is. And they said, once you've scratched, you'll never not be able to scratch. You'll have to do it forever because it's a live vaccine. That was 4 years ago. And the second year, honestly, I completely forgot. And we had nothing. So I kind of like went, don't really know what the crack is there. I thought that once you'd given them the scratchy, what's it called? Scabby vax. Once you'd done that, you had to do it forever. Anywho, nothing ever happens the next year. Bear in mind, we're quite good at rotating the fields. The sheep don't always go into the same field, so I don't know whether it's in the ground or what. I don't know how long it lives for, but it was a live vaccine. You had to wear gloves to administer it. So if you had a cut or something and you ended up getting that vaccine on you, you would give yourself off, basically. And for those of you that don't know, ORF is like a horrible blistery thing that happens around the mouths, but also it can transfer onto the sheep's tits and literally make them really sore and give them mastitis. So you've got to be really careful. Yeah, it's very contagious. So second year, absolutely nothing. Astounded. Didn't really know what the crack was about it. Third year, I thought, well, since we got away with it last year, I'll just go for gold and not buy any this year. And I just put a load of those tubby ORF buckets out. Not had any since. So for 3 years since we've scratched, we've not had a bit of ORF. So just as a preventative measure before anything happens, I've not seen any, I've not looked at any, and I used to notice it on pet lambs. We used to put pet lambs in the front stable that Nell Gray lives in, and they used to somehow get it in there, and the first thing you'd notice is there was a bit of blood on the teats that they were sucking off. So I bought some tubby ORF buckets. They will go in hopefully as a preventative. I could be proven completely wrong and we could be absolutely ravaged by ORF, but you know what? You'll know about it, won't you? Because I'll put it all over YouTube. I want pet lambs in here. They are far too cramped in the stables. The bed's getting really wet despite the amount of straw and powder that I'm putting in. So I'm going to go and get a length of hose pipe and move the feeder up here because it obviously needs power and water to make it work. I'm going to disinfect this whole area. I'm not mucking it out. I'm just not. It's only literally recently just had 6 sheep in, and then for the weekend it's had loads of sheep in. But yeah, it's not. It literally is like, it's dry and clean. So I'll disinfect it, I'll put more straw down, and then I'll hopefully get the pet lambs up here and they'll have a lot more room to run around in because they're so cramped in there. There's a couple that I'm keeping an eye on. There's one in here she's having a bit of a hard time actually. She's got mastitis in one side. I've taken both lambs off her because they just weren't doing at all. And then she's ended up having a prolapse, which... like a week after she's lambed, which is crazy to me. I always presume prolapses were before sheep lamb, but yeah, she's a fat thing. So I've put a spoon in her to hopefully alleviate the problem and make sure she doesn't literally spit her guts out. And I might take her for a stitch. I know people do it themselves. I've never managed to muster up the bollocks to do a stitch in a sheep's fanny myself. Do you know what? In theory, I probably could, and I know exactly what to do. But just in case, I think I might take it for somebody else to do it. Which a lot of you might go, oh, don't be so stupid. But stitching fannies, oh, come on, there's a limit, isn't there? Injecting eyeballs and stitching fannies, like I'm just hardcore.
No.
This is Mark.
This is the man.
This is the last time you're going to see his face. This is who is doing our install of the robots. Shameless plug, CBR Electrics. We've already seen his van several times. For all your electrical needs in the Carlisle and surrounding areas, please do go to CBR Electrics. No,
I'm not paying you for that.
He is. He's going to buy me fish and chips. We're going to turn the camera around and he's going to walk around and tell us what we've done, because I just thought for the people that actually know what you're doing and what you're talking about that are watching, I don't want you to hear it whittering from me and think that I've said it wrong. So I've got somebody next to me who actually knows what I'm talking about. So hold the phone. Right, so what have we done? What's this here?
That's your gantry for carrying your air supply to the robots and your milk away to the dairy.
Lovely. And how is it attached to the ceiling? Literally it's just onto the
threaded bars.
So is the weight being taken by the bars, or is the weight being taken by the cage? Both.
Because it's bolted to the wall and the roof.
So is there anything else to go on there apart from them?
Your power cables to run your robots are going over there later on today.
Lovely. And where does the auger go? Does the auger go above it?
The auger will go above. It's coming up them brackets at the side there, from outside.
Yeah, so that'll go from the feed bin and that'll run right over the top. And then where is there like some kind of hopper above the robot?
These are the hoppers.
Oh, lovely. Made by GEA. I saw you put your finger over it. Right, so these are the hoppers.
Yeah, we buy these.
No, that's grand. And so where do they sit? On the top or in the...
Yeah, oh, they'll go on the roof above it.
On the roof?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Your auger will drop in, so you've got plenty of cake in it.
Oh, that's grand. That's grand. And this is just all associated pipes and whatnot. And he hasn't actually got any hose pipe that'll fit my pet lamb feeder, which is really annoying because it's all too big.
Have you been ratcheting it?
Yeah, I had a look, but he couldn't find any. So this is obviously
New Jersey robot.
Lely Astronaut A5, is that right?
A5, yeah.
And it is a conversion.
It's got the Jersey kit on it.
It's got a kit on it.
Smaller gate, a smaller frame, longer gate, and then you have the narrowing system on the back of the gate and the side. So it reduces the size of the robot for the Jersey.
So if you took them gates off, you could fit a normal Holstein gate onto it?
The robot's the same. I could change the front and make it a Holstein one.
Oh, right. Oh, that's grand. No, we don't need to, obviously.
The
But
chassis is the same one.
oh, that's grand. That's grand. So the cows walk in here.
In there.
Obviously, there is a floor in that one over there. That we have weigh-in things on the floor.
The cow walks in there. That gate shuts and it gets fed if it's needed.
So that gate is joined on to the feed trough.
That is the feed trough.
So that flips back.
Yeah. So that's your exit gate and feed trough.
That's snazzy, isn't it? Oh, that's clever.
It goes around there. So when it opens up and then when the cow walks out, comes back round for the next cow.
So does it scan them and decide whether or not they need feed before that?
That reads, no, that shuts. Cow
Yeah.
comes in, puts its head in. That reads the cow
Yep.
up there. And then the computer...
I've already told him I am literally going to put my face on these just for crack.
Then the computer will tell it whether it's needing milk or if it hasn't been, if the time elapsed hasn't been long enough, it will kick it back out.
Yep. And the middle thing is a light electrocutor.
It is a incentive device. Oh, what do you call it?
How do you make that nice? If a cow stands in too long taking the absolute mick, it gets
a volt tickle.
It gets a tickle. Similar to that What of Total Warrior when you're running through the electrocutor.
I wouldn't know. I've never done it.
Have you not? Oh,
No.
you from Carlisle. How could you not have done
I
it?
look like I run far.
Don't know.
Exactly.
You asked for that.
Yeah.
So what's the back
That
box?
is a 3D imaging camera.
Oh, nice. And that just shows where it is in the...
It just gives you the position of the cow so the arm knows how far to come in.
So, like my mum, especially, who knows nothing about cows, was amazed that this is the front of the robot.
That's it. That's what you're looking.
People, when you see them as they were, you expect them to be the other way around.
No,
And you see all the gear.
And that comes down underneath, so it's protected on its back.
So that arm basically comes under here
Yeah, it drops under.
to here.
And it scans the teats. That's your scanner in there. And it scans.
That looks like a really delicate piece of equipment in quite a kickable area.
5 lasers. A laser and 5 mirrors, I think it is.
That's
And
crazy.
it bounces around. Looks like a scanner, a barcode scanner kind of thing.
Does it?
But it catches the teeth positions.
What's this thing?
That's just to narrow it down
All right, okay.
to make it smaller for the Jersey.
All right.
That wouldn't be on a Holstein one.
All right,
All
okay.
that bottom bar, that's just for Jerseys.
I like this, that it fits in the bars. That's impressive. Well designed. Well designed, Lily, well designed. Obviously, this is stiffer than I thought these brushes would be.
But when they're wet, they're a bit softer.
Are they?
And then it
Right, I
just
just...
spins around. Just clean. That's just teeth cleaner. Then it'll flip back to there.
Yeah.
And it gets washed off with them jets.
So where we went for a steam clean option, is that
Yeah.
it? What's the difference?
Normally, it would just get flushed with water
Yeah.
through the jetters. But with this, it blasts steam through it, which kills the bacteria in it.
No way.
So that's a little steam generator there.
Cool. So this is like the weigh floor, and every cow that goes in, it gets weighed.
It does.
Is it on?
Not yet, no, it's
Oh,
not put it up yet.
I just wanted to see how much I weigh.
I'm still rated for that, like.
Asked for that completely. That in there, that thing that's open that you can just see, that's like the mothership. That's the controller for both of them.
Unit, it does the vacuum and the hot water, chemicals for both robots.
And the
There's
pipe
one of them
work,
for every two.
the pipe work on the roof is exceptionally neat. What's this
is your
big?
bully bar system.
Oh.
Which protects the ram. So if you get cows straight above and hit that, they'll hit these bars first.
All right,
So it protects your gate.
that's good. And what's this big long thing?
That's so that anything you've got penned out the back, whether it's colostrum or pooley cow, anything that's in the pen out the back,
Yep.
if it wants to come in to get milked, because obviously you'll put a gate on here,
Yep.
cow just walks around.
Oh,
Opens that,
we can still use the robot for
walks in,
cows that are in the back pen.
yeah, they can do it themselves, and then the next cow just pushes it back.
Oh, so literally the whole gate system's kind of working on them just being able to bang
They
into
just-
stuff.
They just push it out the way, and walk in, and then this cow will push it back.
That's really cool. That is really cool. So we're nearly there. We've got power of sorts, I think, haven't we?
Power will be on today.
There's loads of circuit boards and things that you can't see gone in, and a lot of work behind the scenes, I think. I haven't videoed much of it because it literally is just electrical work, isn't it? It's not necessarily impressive to watch.
Buckets work and that as well.
Oh, yeah. What do these do?
Yeah, for any antibiotics.
I like this gap. That's a handy gap for...
Oh, the squeeze gun.
It's a handy gap. Well, I don't use it. I walk for it front on, you see, because I'm just...
I'll do it sideways. That's your milk filter.
So how often do they need changing?
3 times a day.
3 times a day. 3 times a day.
And then that's your dump milk. So whether it's colostrum or a cow you want to collect.
So that's connected to this?
That is, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So where's the pipes up going up there?
That's it coming underground.
That's crazy.
So if you've got a colostrum cow or you've one that you've been jabbed and you want to keep the milk out of the tank,
Yeah.
you just tell the robot which one it is and it just puts it in one of these.
That's so cool.
It tells you on the screen which cow is in which bucket. So you know which they are if you want to dump it. I mean, you can dump it to sewer, but you can give it to the calf so you know which cow's in which bucket.
That's really very cool. That is cool. So like when we built the rooms, I'll stand like over near this door, they looked excessively big and I was horrified by the thickness of the steel because I just didn't think it was anything we needed. You know what? It's fair. It's filled up, hasn't it? Like the robots literally come halfway into the rooms to the door and there's not an awful lot of, like it's not, you know when we built them I was like, Jesus, they're big.
No, you see
They're not at all, are they?
You get all this stuff on the wall, like your pewters and that. That's your water filter for your MQCC and your steam generator.
Oh, that's got a nice set. That door there is what I want on there. Just, that's
your
good.
MQCC for your somatic cell count.
Oh, somatic cell counts. Alison, if you're watching.
That's it. That's pretty much it. The rest of it's just
Complicated looking.
stuff you don't need. What do you want?
No, so if any of this, so none of this is likely to break and need me to touch it.
No.
Right, that's fine.
No.
Like I'm not going to need to be
Any-
fiddling
any
with
of
these
this
tiny
one,
little
it's,
things.
It's service engineering.
Right, brilliant. And obviously milk goes into this and swirls around and looks impressive
It gets pumped away.
and then gets pumped away to the very large tank that hasn't been put in yet, but when it is, I'll show you. That's kind of cool. Oh, I see, look at this. So it comes out of here onto
That
there.
washes it. So that'll go down when it goes to connect. Brushes your teats,
Yep,
all 4, and then it pulls back to that position.
yep,
When it detects milk flow on all 4 quarters,
yeah. It then starts
it
washing.
washes that, but it doesn't wash it until
And
all
what
4
is that? A
quarters.
camera that I know?
It's just in a water valve.
That is cool. I can't wait to see it working. When are they going to turn them? When are you going to turn them on?
Just speak to the Lely engineers about that. We can follow them up.
Hint. We just want to see them working. I just want to see them moving. That's all. Like, they don't need a cow. I can pretend to be the cow. It's fine. We'll do this. These are the obviously the feed will go in here, and it goes down there, and then drops into the trough, which is here. So obviously that's what the void's for. I'm presuming it comes all the way around, does it?
Yeah. That comes right back into that door when it opens.
It must get dirty. Like, it must not be, because like even feed dropping in is going to be dirty. Does it get quite grubby?
Not really, no. I mean,
because we've been warned not to pressure wash it, haven't we?
no pressure washing.
No pressure washing allowed. Volume washing and soapy washing, but no pressure washing.
No pressure.
So we need like a, what they called, a foamer.
A volume washer. Ah, you just put a foamer on.
We do have a volume wash. That's what that massive pipe's for over there.
Yes.
Massive. That's cool. Cool. So this is where all of the water comes in. I don't know, what's that for in the corner?
That's your water in from the... That's your mains water in to feed it.
Oh, right, okay. Is that just not plugged in yet?
Yeah, your plumber's doing that next week.
Oh, right, lovely. I don't know what that is, but that is pleasing me.
That's Robotic.
That pleases me.
That's Robotic's
Yeah, well, that
new
was...
symbol.
Do you know what, Robotic? You've aced it, man. That's cool. That's cool, I like that.
I've also got a new toy.
I know, yeah, I love it.
That one though. Because you put it on upside down.
Where's he at? He's sat in the van there.
No, it was in both.
He knows the way to my heart. Cable ties. I got really excited then thinking it was an aviation update, and it isn't. It's next door scrape in the driveway. I'm really sorry. I hear a wagon. So 2018, this three-phase was put in specifically for the Robotic project over there. This was put in before the shed was even built, and only today it is being connected up to take over to the shed, which is just crazy. It's crazy. And funny story, we had a fella, we want the feed star system thing. And there was a fella here called Tim, and he walked in here and he was like, I recognise that generator. And it was his. What a small world. What a small world. We're just going to have a mass sort out in here, aren't we? It's crazy. Just the amount of crap that you've accumulated. Even though there's a big space behind me, it still looks like it's full of rubbish. I am regretting turning the sheep out. It's meant to be good weather tomorrow, though. It's meant to be. Okay, so Operation Move the Pet Lambs has commenced. I have just turned the tap off. I need to extend the hose, undo all of this, wash it all out, and move it to the top shed. So, feeder's down there. Water's down there, power's down there. We just need to move the lambs. I honestly think it's just going to be easiest just grabbing two at a time and walking them down. Right, who's first? Who is first? Come on, come to me. Ooh, that's you are first. Come with me. I need to enlist the children's help. I can't do this alone. This is not a lonesome job. Roy's on the phone doing something obviously very important and adultish, and I'm messing around with pet lambs. Welcome to my videographer.
And there's lipstick on his collar, and I pull the alarms. More trouble than he's worth.
What are you doing? The brand new hose? Absolutely brand new.
So I've just given the machine a wash, and I just need to go and plug the hose pipe back in. So all of the front of it comes off completely. My hair's fallen out. I've just washed all these bits off the feeder. Just a bit of a, if anyone was wondering, one of those tiny little brushes, you know, to go through metal straws. They are perfect for cleaning out the little tiny milk lines. Just so you know, my hair has just given up on me completely, like 110%. So there we go. We can see the powder going in, the water going in, and I have changed a couple of these on here. I'll also change that one right now. So anyone thinking, like, honestly, just ignore me. Anyone thinking you might get away with the softer teats, you might. I didn't. To be fair, when teaching lambs to suck, with these you can kind of squeeze them and get it to come out a little bit. With them, they don't have the suction on them that these do, and it didn't work quite as well. And when they get that tiny little bit older, I mean, these aren't even old lambs, are they? They're only babbies, and they still manage to bite holes in them a lot easier. So yeah, I may have had a bit of an accident with the disinfectant powder. It's fine. It's fine. I've spread it everywhere the lambs may lie. Just basically what I do in the pens. It is, if you wanted to know what I'm using, Cars dry disinfectant powder. That's what I've been using in the pens all along. I might even put some molasses in because they seem to be liking licking it. If they want to lick molasses, crack on. Crack on. Okay, I'm going to leave this very dusty video here. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love you a long time, and I'll see you next time.